But is she dubious? But is she dubious? What's dubious mean? Jazelle, you couldn't pick up from context what dubious meant. Your pre-housewives career is dubious. Girl, she walked away from Ashely like that breath stank. Might not just be Stacy. I'm glad Wendy pointed out all them tacky mirrors Jizzy got, reflecting all that empty white space. But at least she tried to get a little bit of art. So I guess the theme of at least the first half of the season is going to be getting the truth out of Stacy. Even though we haven't gotten the truth out of a lot of you heifers, like Ashely, why are you leading the charge when you kept mum about your divorce? The way Kiana said, Karen has to take a shower with people. She is in jail, y'all. So after we talk about Thomas Jefferson's concubine, we get on Stacy's butt because they want the truth about TJ. I don't know why y'all are so worried and feel the need to expose this fake plot line when, Ashely, you were so mum about your divorce for 3 years. And Jazelle, where's your man? Or are you still loving on your luggage? Don't get a lip caught in the zip. She said TJ's remorseful. No, he ain't. Wendy's like, look, we tried to clear this up at the reunion and you didn't, so now we gotta talk about it. I loved him enough to step out with him when I wasn't even legally divorced. Yes, because he was a sissy and it wouldn't upset your husband. Or TJ's. Girl! Kiana coming with it. Kiana is activated and wants to stay on the show. Kiana gonna say, well, you've been trying to get on the show for quite some time, as have you. And the only reason you're here is because of legal reasons. If you hadn't got bopped in the head, they would have dropped you like a hot potato. Oh, I know it's a sensitive topic with you. Kay, we all know why you're here. We all know. I want to know how that heifer paying you. That's what I want to know. Well, you lied on TV and couldn't squeeze a tear out of that beady ass eye. Not a beady eye. Not a beady eye. They are a little beady. But it's just a lot of eye makeup, I feel. She's got a small face. That's okay. Stacy said, how the hell Kiana get a personality when it comes to me? Wow. Girl, you better hit us with the Olestra wow chip. Wow. That was a read, because Kiana, we know why you're here, and I'm glad, I'm looking forward to your departure. Like, honestly, bring Candace back. What you doing here? Stacy, Stacy, I love how you are trying to deflect and defray. Well, I'm not the first woman, and I won't be the last that's been hurt by a man. Jazelle, haven't you been humiliated? With a full binder? Jazelle gonna say accountability is what this group is about. You ain't been held accountable for shit. You ran Candace off the show and ain't nobody held 1 foot to the fire. This is Bravo and Housewives. It's about beating dead horses. And yours is laying in the road stankin', so we gonna whoop on it. It's what we do. Stacy said, well shit, let me get on then. So she leave, don't nobody run after her. They said, you know what, we gonna pull a Mia on you. If you walk out, you better walk back in on your own. She drives off, and Jazelle gets to, well, we got some evidence, although you have hearsay. You have hearsay. I need to see the document. Why haven't the documents been filed? But they say they got TJ as the plaintiff, and he's suing Stacy for half her housewives' earnings. I don't think she would give him half. Maybe 15%, but not half. Maybe 20, but not half. Now, Jazelle wants Stacy accountable for her lies, but when you lied on that woman's husband, no accountability. When you lied on Chris and tried to act like he was trying to get in your pants, no accountability. I want accountability for Chris, because he didn't do nothing to you. Wendy wants to use the Happy Eddie money to renovate. I'd use it to move closer to DC, but that's just me. So, oh God, we got our first Arabella of the season. This heifer goes to dinner with her husband, and everybody feels. I'm going to go on and speak. I'm going to speak for everybody. Rarely will I do this, but I feel comfortable. I don't think this heifer got a divorce. I think all of this, because I said TJ was a sissy to not piss off that husband. This is a scheme that these two set up to get on the show with the bullshit. This is basically Mia's lies done right. Because didn't Mia come on with the same bullshit that she was divorcing Gordon, then she was getting back with him, then she got with. This is the rinse and repeat. Rinse and fucking repeat. But it's giving me more Kenya. It's a mix of Mia and Kenya. See, Mia just had her lies all over the place. And Kenya didn't know who to hire, but then again, neither did she. But I think she said, once you're off the show, spread rumors about me so that way I'll give them something to talk about. I think this is a controlled burn. Because now she's on in her second seas. And so they don't want to confuse Arabella by telling her they're dating again. That heifer know. Kids know when their parents is hunching because they know when they in a good mood. And TJ would not have you in a good mood. But yeah, I think her and her husband weren't enough to come on just as a couple. They had to be a divorce and then, okay, we're getting back together. I think it's a scheme. And I think TJ was a part of that scheme. I'm not mad at lies on a reality show. Just do them well. He treats me like a lady. Yeah, because TJ is a lady. A big-hipped lady. And honestly, I wouldn't want his Joan phone. We're going to keep it quiet for Arabella. Oh. I don't know what it is that is just so... Yeah, maybe it's the marble mouth of it all. It's not Arabella. It's Arabella. Very Sheree Whitfield coded. Over in Kiana's new condo, she's dropped her uggo, but they may be getting back together. For what, I don't know. So Kiana is giving us an interesting confessional look. I can at least say it's interesting. Maybe if that dress wasn't gold lame, maybe. There's just, something. I like the effort. I'll give you an A in effort and a B minus for execution, but that's high for me. But yeah, that gold lame messes it up. And then the cuff doesn't go with the headpiece, which doesn't go with the necklace. I'm glad the mama's setting her straight about that loser she keep trying to hunch on. You could do better. He can't, but you can. Wendy and Eddie are still happy, and I'm glad Happy Eddie's doing well. It's coming to Jersey, but I'm not that close to Jersey. But when it comes to Pennsylvania, baby, I can't wait. I will be purchasing. So Ashely planning her second bloom party, and she gonna invite Stacy after the little dust up they had at the party. Heifer gonna say, how can I be your friend if I don't know you? Why do you need to know all of somebody's business to be their friend? You and your forehead ain't never been anybody's friend. You got Kiana Pop, least we forget. You brought Sesame to the street. How can I be your friend, please? How can I use you to protect my own plot line and keep you out my business? Say that. That's where it's at. Okay, it didn't take you 10 years to get divorced, Stacy, because you didn't get divorced. How about that? How about that? You never got divorced, so of course it didn't take you 10 years. But Ashely hit her with the I met an actress and saw your court documents. But where are they? Like her divorce shit, we should be able to find it. So Ashely brings the documents, the hearsay documents to Stacy while they're trying to pick out dresses for her Bloom ball. Now, I want to know, how did this actress get the legal documents on her phone to show you at Essence Fest? I actually agree with the way Stacy's handling this. I can't deal with what other people are saying. If I'm telling you this, then I'm telling you this. You can choose to believe what you want. But I want to know how this other heifer got the documents. But she's living her beautiful life with forgiveness in her heart for TJ. Are you actually divorced? And that pause, That pause let me know. But yeah, we should be able to find your divorce docs, at least the decree. Stacy, Ashely does not need to be Googling a voice coach because all she'd be doing is wasting their time. There's no point in that. There's no money in that. No voice teacher would want to associate themselves with that. I love Stacy asks, what makes you do this? Because she ain't got no storyline of her own. Ashely storm off again. She said, show me them documents or get out my face. And I'm with it. I want to see them too. Jazelle's enjoying that her kids are at college, and I'm sure her kids, ooh, Lord, that was tacky. Oh, God. How many pictures of herself does she have in her house? That has got to be the ugliest closet in the world. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I ain't never seen tacky like that. Fake Versace decals. Decals. Oh my God. Oh my God. That stick-on bullshit. Jesus Christ. She got that shit off of Wayfair and said, I'm a DIY this. My God. It's like a sarcophagus in the room. Lord. Ooh. The longer you look at it, the uglier it gets. But she called Ashely because now they're best buddies because they're trying to take down Stacy. Do I have time for men? Yes, I do. Well, they don't got time for you. Now, Mia was a liar, Jazelle, but you didn't have that energy for her. Why not? So we got Angel, Kay's friend. She's new. And Kay, you couldn't have told her anything but this wig. You gonna come out with a good bust down, but let her be in this wig, this crispy wig. This two-tone wig. It's just, ooh, you know what? Her confessional wig is shiny too. Yeah, that confessional wig, you need a new wig. But she runs high-end wilderness tours in Colorado. But she got shade for Wendy. She's several years older than me. When she got to college, I was leaving, so she's older. Very Sheree and Nene. You're older than my oldest brother. So Kay is trying to kick up dust with Wendy because she ain't got nothing else to do. And they said, look, if you're going to be on the show, you may as well be useful. So she said, I saw Wendy at the NAACP Awards, and she asked me if I did my makeup myself. And it looks like you did. I mean, it's not bad makeup. It's just like you know how to do makeup, and you did it. But now it's time for Ashely's second bloom party. And this is when Jazelle brings in her British friend Tia. And she's Nigerian royalty. Oh, God. Sharisi. Why is Sharisi here? Sharisi ain't friends with Ashely. Why is she here? Honk, honk, honk. Why is she here? Why is she here? I don't want to look at it. Oh, God, and that cousin it on her head. Jesus. Honestly, Bravo's going to fuck around and get sued because whoever owns the Addams family is going to ask, why is cousin it on your intellectual property? Inquiring minds want to know. Are those one of the tacky dresses you sold at your estate sale? Stacy, you are not showing up for Ashely. You're showing up to antagonize her with your lies. But at least you're a calm, cool liar. I appreciate it. Ashely, this dress. What do I have to say about this dress? It's consistent with what you think is style. Why is your friend here? Is he gonna be part of the show? Cause what other, wasn't he on like another show or something? You've been trying to shoehorn him in for a minute now. But now all the heifers get to chatting. Jazelle wants to say Wendy's dress was inspired by hers. I think that's just a style of dress. It more gives me that dress Sarah Jessica Parker wore when she went to Paris with that coot. However, Kiana gotta come in and have her damn moment with Wendy. Kiana, you're the ward of the season and it's only episode 1. Because I feel like your complaints about Wendy are really non-existent. You're just making up beef in your head. Let that cattle graze, heifer. The fact this heifer is talking to you on the phone, like she has a husband and 3 kids, how much time does she have for you. And then I'm with Wendy. I'm supposed to stop my speech and, acknowledge you on stage. Or when you tell me you're sponsoring something, I'm supposed to take the air out of your sails and say, oh, well, I'm speaking. I can't celebrate you. That was actually classy of Wendy. Okay, I think that Wendy does know how to be a genuine friend. She's just taken aback by how much you're reading into every fart she has. Girl, but then we get to talking about stankin' breath. And apparently, Stacy breath been stank for a while. They said that breath is coming from the lower stomach. And then finally she says, well, are you saying my breath stinks? They've been saying it. Papa Mint. Even the new girl. But don't go, oh God. Not ha. Not ha. Even the new heifer said the breath stank. However, Stacy wants to have a moment with Ashely away from Jizzy. Ashely said, look, something smell fishy with you. You lie. But Stacy has a point. You are messy. Oh, not gallop away with your size 11 shoes. Now look, stop using these recycled reeds for Mia. Gallop away. Gallop away. I thought gallop would be more of a, but I guess you can. How do y'all gallop? How would you show if somebody was galloping? Because I would hitch my pants up and more that's more galloping to me. But she's got her gallop. Oh my God. Messy Ashely Darby, you're like a little imp. Oh, 40 points for imp. Imp. Oh my God. In imp. That was the best read of the episode. Although, what does dubious mean is also a read. She wouldn't have used that word around you if you had known. She knew your vocabulary was lacking. But an imp. You are a full-grown woman who came into this group and misrepresented herself. Get your finger out of my face. You misrepresented. And you are a messy devil. Bravo. That is how an episode should leave you feeling. Oh, finally. It's not that these franchises are dead. It's that we just need some committed people and some lighthearted storylines. Like the TJ thing, it's perfect to needle somebody over because it's not that big of a deal. But they went too deep and too dark with trying to paint Chris like he was trying to grab on Gizzard. Don't nobody want that. And he sure didn't. And to paint him like that was disgusting. I don't want to see people's lives get torn down. I want to see you poke fun or needle somebody over something silly like this. So I'm glad they found their way back to what we wanted to see. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. The heifer with the acrylic wig, for you to be married to an NBA player, why does he let you walk out the house looking like that? That's what I want to know. Because if I had the means especially, I wouldn't let a girlfriend, much less a wife, the mother of my children, walk around with the head looking like an oil spill, oil spill, oil slick, oil slick. You know it's making everybody sick. Oil spill. That wig is an oil spill. Polyurethane cannot maintain a high standard of life, and we're gonna complain. Oil spill. Oil spill. I can't do it. I can't do it with that head. I can't do it. I'm gonna need you to get some new wigs, a new anointing on your head. Stacy Turnblad is activated. That heifer is here. She is going to stand on her lies, and I love it. We all knew TJ was a pansy and a patsy. And I guess we can talk about him all season 2. I like that it's reminiscent of when Atlanta was in its best seasons. Maybe we can get some good seasons out of the heifers. Well, I'ma see y'all soon for Housewives of Miami.